welcome to Titanium Taurus Tarot, and today I will be doing a challenge reading for fire signs. Alright, so this is going to be for any planet you have in your chart under fire signs. If you do, welcome. If you don't, welcome as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out, okay? And if you are a cross watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, the way I work for challenge readings is I first pull an action card that I wrote myself, an action oracle card that I wrote myself. Then I clarify that with an easy tarot. Then I pull two after tarot cards to show what are the possibilities that might arise from that one action. Then I pull a block card for the less favorable possibility, and then this week I'm gonna pull a card from Life Loves You of Louise Hay. Alright, so changing it up a bit. Usually I do animal spirit cards or something of the sort. So with that being said, I would like to remind you that we all have an intuition and it's key that we learn how to use it. So on Mondays, I do a video specifically for that. It's called How to Strengthen Your Intuition. Now, with that being said, my gorgeous fire signs, let's get into your cards. Okay? Okay. So, action. Please, angels and guides, anyone. Ooh, there we have it. Confess. Now, this might be in regards to you or in regards to someone you're dealing with, but so confess, but confess what? Pray tell, confess what? We shall see. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my fire signs, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week by clarifying what does confess have to do with what's going on with them. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my fire signs. What's up with confessing, man? Confessing. Six of Pentacles, which would be to share. Confess to share. Confess to share the burden. Confess to share the responsibilities. Confess to share your pain. Confess to lessen your pain. Confess to... And the possibilities are endless. Okay. And now... let's see, what are the two possibilities? Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my fire signs for the week ahead. And in regards to their challenge, which is to confess, maybe it's for them or for someone else. But what is this challenge that has something to do with the Six of Pentacles? Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my fire signs, please come forward and show me why confess is their thing this week. But what I got is confess and teamwork. Confess so you can have better teamwork, work better with your group mates. Now, first possibility is the Temperance card. That's the Sagittarius card. Ooh. Okay, card number 1, Temperance. And you got the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Please, angels and guides, and the highest good who has a message for my Saggies. Well, part of you all are Sagittariuses, But my fire signs, please come forward and share what the second possibility is going to be from this action this week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my fire signs, please come forward and share what the second possibility is going to be this week. And you got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, and then it told me turn it around, and I did, and I'm like, with the Five of Cups. But then there's the Four of Wands in the upright. To stay in place. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so you are being asked to confess in regards to sharing, in teamwork, in regards to sharing your burden, in regards to sharing your wealth, all those things. And so the first possibility that might arise if you do confess about sharing, or so sharing the load, but confess to your teammates about sharing. Well, I just got the idea of maybe one person takes on too much of the burden of teamwork because they want to make sure that it's done right, so they do it all themselves, which basically means that they don't have any confidence in the other person doing the work. Yeah, but you know what? As shitty as that sounds, or as lovely as that sounds, both parties in this equation are losing and winning here. Because the one who is doing all the work, well, is making sure that the work is done right. And the one who's not doing anything, right, riding on the coattails of the other, but both of them are learning a lesson, right? One, if they're awake enough, the person who's not doing anything, if they are awake enough, they will notice that, hey, this ain't fair, this ain't right. But of course, that depends on them, and so on and so forth. So that is what came to mind with that. But so the first possibility is that you will be able to temper yourself in regards to this project that should be done and the amount of work that should be put into this project. Now I'm not ashamed of saying, well, a lot of work, a lot of projects went to the wayside because I didn't put enough work in the group. So I was a shitty teammate. I was. I'm not ashamed. Well, I'm not ashamed to say it, because everybody goes through these at some point in time in their life, you know? So I've learned my lesson. I steer clear of those types of projects because I know the only way I will put in the work is if it's me wanting to do the work, right? So I learned how to project manage for myself, which was a little late coming, but at least I learned it at some point in time. At the moment that it happened, I'm sure my teammates were like very pissed off at me, but is what happens. You know, we all learn something, and that's all that counts. Now, so you will be able to temper yourself in regards to this teamwork that must be done. And due to that, you will receive a message of appreciation or a fondness, you know, from most probably your teammates. Now, the second one, you confess in regards to something, in regards to sharing, and that will in turn allow you to experience a new relationship, a new emotion, a new something related to an emotion, okay? And that new emotion might be in regards to something that fell off the wayside, that you were very depressed about in the past. With the 5 of Cups in the upright. Though that depression taught you something very important about the importance of a stable, committed relationship. Okay? So, this is an amazing reading, my fire signs. Yes, I like it up to date. It is nice. Yes. Okay, now. Okay, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my fire signs, please come forward and share what might be the block between them and this epiphany this week. In either case, there is absolutely an epiphany, something that clicks in your mind, that tells you what needs to be done for a better teamwork situation. So what is the block that might stand in the way of this occurring? These angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my fire signs, please come forward and share what might stand in the way of my fire signs learning this important lesson about teamwork. These angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my fire signs, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week by letting us know what the block they will be working with might be. Inherent beliefs from authority figures. Someone has taught you something, or you've picked something up somewhere along the line, and okay, I just made a connection. Okay, inherited block. This block doesn't belong to you. You absorbed it from a person of influence. The interesting thing that I found hella interesting, and this is going to be a spoiler alert for those who haven't yet watched Shameless and who are watching it and who aren't really interested in, or who aren't up to date yet with Shameless. But I'll try to not spoil anything. In one of the seasons, okay, Lip sees a little something in the mother of his child that reminds him of something that happened in his family. You inherited this belief. This was not yours. You picked it up along the way. And basically, Tammy's the girl's name. Tammy became depressed, which is a throwback to his mother, Lip's mother, who was depressed for years and years and years, right? And then the whole debacle happened with him and his parents and whatnot. And, yeah, it's interesting. It's not an easy show. It's a very heavy show. But if you can separate yourself from the lower to middle class mentality, you can learn a lot. A lot can jump in your face. You can be like, oh, from a perspective of someone who's very like me, I'm very interested in people, the way they interact with each other, what they learn, how they stay where they are in life, how they move forward in life, and so on and so forth. So it was a very interesting show. I think I started watching it in 2020. And so now I'm finishing the series. And just to say, I watched it all because it's super interesting. Once you get into it, it's hella interesting. Very, very. But now, so, why is my nose itchy? I guess my body's trying to tell me something. My higher self. Alright, so, now let's see what is going to help you this week in regards to this inherent belief. Okay, so please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my fire signs, please come forward and share what is going to help them this week. And it says, I open my mind and say yes to life. Oh. Not stopping at your inherent belief. Basically, it's about stretching your limits. It's about going farther than you've gone before. Life is inviting you to experience a whole new level of happiness, healing, prosperity, success, and love. Very true. The only thing is that you are going to, in order to reach this, okay, there is absolutely going to have to be a moment, a phase of time where you are completely uncomfortable. And that discomfort happens when you enter into a new reality, into a new phase of life, when you start thinking new thoughts, when you start doing things, when you change your neural pathways. It's going to be very, it's going to take some time. See, for example, when I had my accident and when I had to rewire all my neurons and all my stuff, yeah. When I had to do that shit, it took me very long. It took a very long time because I was not used to it. I was not used to having to change my thoughts. I was not used to bringing improvements to the way I worked. I was not used to it. But now it's like become a thing, because at some point, all right, I'm gonna be honest. Change becomes a drug. Literally, you can't not change. You can't not do what you have to do to get better. Once you get on that way of thinking, you can't go back. It's kind of annoying, but also very good, because it gets you addicted to the change. It gets you addicted to bettering yourself. It gets you addicted to all these things, which is one of the points that Brandon Burchard, excuse me if I'm butchering your name, Brandon, but it's one of the things that he talks about in his books. I actually finished reading his book about the charge, yesterday, and this is one of the things he talks about. And the reason why I'm very interested in Brendan is because, just like me, well, I, like him, had a car accident at age 19. We both had TBIs. His was with different sizes, but still, I'm just like, if he could do it, why can't I? My whole mind frame. So, now, fire signs, this is a very interesting reading, okay? So this is all that I have for you guys this week, all right? If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to help. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price, all right? Now, with that being said, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on the notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. Alright? And with that being said, my gorgeous fire signs, I wish you guys all a very, very, very good week, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye!